How to Stop Overthinking, a mindful approach based on Buddhist wisdom. Let me ask you something. Have you been spending your nights wide awake, unable to sleep, simply because your mind refuses to quiet down? Are thoughts circling your brain like an endless loop, refusing to give you peace? Do you find yourself imagining the worst-case scenarios whenever you're about to try something new, something different? Or maybe you constantly worry about what others might think of you, afraid of being judged, misunderstood, or rejected? If any of these situations sound familiar, there's a good chance you're overthinking. And don't worry, you're not alone. Overthinking is something many of us experience. It can show up in different ways. Anxiety before making a decision, fear of the unknown, replaying old conversations in your head, or procrastinating because you're trying to plan the perfect move. But what if we could learn how to free ourselves from this cycle? What if there was a simple, practical way to quiet the mind and get things done? Let's explore a path inspired by both practical insight and timeless Buddhist teachings that can help you step out of your head and into the present moment, where clarity, peace, and purpose await. Step 1. Realize that overthinking doesn't help. This is perhaps the most crucial realization. Overthinking does not serve you. You may think that by analyzing things repeatedly or planning every little detail, you're being productive. But there's a fine line between healthy preparation and mental paralysis. Yes, you should plan. Yes, you should analyze. But don't cross into over-planning or over-analyzing, because that's where progress halts and anxiety grows. The truth is, no matter how much you think about something, it won't guarantee the outcome. Life is uncertain, and trying to control every variable only leads to frustration. So the very first step in overcoming overthinking is to acknowledge that it is not helping. In fact, it's pulling you further away from action, from flow, and from peace. Step 2. Embrace mindfulness. So if overthinking isn't the answer, what is? One powerful antidote is mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of bringing your attention to the present moment, intentionally and without judgment. And this is something you can train yourself to do. In Buddhist teachings, one of the foundational mindfulness practices is called Anapanasati, which simply means mindfulness of breathing. It involves focusing your attention on your inhale and exhale. Just that. Why breathing? Because your breath is always with you, always happening in the now. When you tune into your breath, you are not in the past. You are not in the future. You are right here, grounded in the present. Think about it. When you are mindful of your breath, you're replacing the thousands of swirling, looping thoughts in your mind with just two simple thoughts: inhale and exhale. This alone can begin to create space in your mind. Space for stillness, peace, and clarity. Practical technique. Ground yourself with breath and body awareness. Next time you find yourself lost in thought, stressed, or anxious, try this simple practice. 1. Pause. 2. Take 3 deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. 3. Shift your focus to your breath. Notice its rhythm. Feel the air entering and leaving your body. 4. Ask yourself gently, how am I sitting right now? What am I doing in this moment? 5. Simply become aware of your posture, your surroundings, and the present moment. By doing this, you're pulling your mind out of its mental storm and anchoring it in the now. A simple yet powerful truth. There's a saying that goes like this: if you're feeling sad, your mind is likely stuck in the past. If you're feeling anxious, your mind is likely projecting into the future. But if you're feeling at peace, then your mind is in the present moment. This speaks volumes. When we are mentally elsewhere, peace escapes us. But when we are fully present, even for a moment, we begin to touch something real: calmness, clarity, and presence. Step 3. Reframe the what-if trap. Another major cause of overthinking is the constant questioning. What if? What if this goes wrong? What if they don't like me? What if everything I've done is a mistake? This endless loop of doubt creates a mindset of fear and insecurity. We imagine the worst-case scenarios again and again, even though most of them never happen in real life. But here's the thing. If you're capable of imagining what could go wrong, you're also capable of imagining what could go right. Try flipping the question. What if everything turns out fine? What if the steps I've taken so far were just what I needed? What if I've done better than I give myself credit for? There are always multiple possibilities, not just failure. So choose to give energy to the positive ones. You may not be perfect, and that's okay. No one is. But you can aim to be the best version of yourself, and that's more than enough. Step 4. Be kind to yourself and take action. Part of overthinking comes from being too hard on ourselves. We expect perfection. We replay our mistakes. We hesitate out of fear of failing. But what if you treated yourself like someone you truly cared about? With patience, encouragement, and compassion. Understand this: overthinking robs you of your peace. It clouds your mind. It steals your time. It makes life heavier than it needs to be. So instead of being trapped in thought, take action. Even small steps. Do that one thing you've been postponing. Make that call. Send that message. Start writing, painting, building, whatever it is you've been avoiding. The key is to stop trying to feel ready and simply begin. Action creates momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Confidence leads to clarity. And clarity silences the chaos in your mind. Final words. Step out of your head and into life. Let this be your reminder. Be mindful, not mental. Be present, not perfect. Be gentle, not judgmental. Every time you catch yourself trapped in overthinking, know that you have the tools to come back. Back to breath, back to your body, back to now. The present moment is where your power lies. It's where peace lives. So step out of your head, into your heart, and back into life. You've got this.